はい、皆さん、こんにちは。山川紘矢です。
川明子です。
はい、私たちがザ・シークレットの翻訳をやったのはもう17年前ですかね。2007年ですからね。
はい、
はい、もうずいぶん前なんですけれども、時間が経つのがすごく早いと思います。そのシークレットの登場人物、マリー・ダイヤモンドさんが来ていらっしゃいます。今回出ていただきます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。はい、今日はマリーさんは、引き寄せの法則の使い方と、それから愛とは何かについて語ってくれるということです。本当に楽しみですね。
はい、早速ですけれども、マリーさんご自分のことについてちょっと紹介していただけますでしょうか。
So, my name is Marie Diamond. I'm a global transformational teacher and speaker. I'm a feng shui master known as the only European teacher in The Secret, the book, and the film. And I have online more than 1 million online students worldwide about the law of attraction, feng shui, meditation, spirituality. And I'm so honored to be speaking here at the Law of Attraction Summit in Japan.
はい、ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much.
それではマリーさんのお話を早速伺いましょうか。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。とても楽しみです。
So, the law of attraction is, of course, so well spread. And of course, first of all, to The Secret, the global phenomena that was shared in more than 40 languages and also in Japanese. And it started really, for me, the journey of the law of attraction when I was about 15 years old. So I just want to share the story because it's really beautiful how the law of attraction also worked for the teachers in The Secret, and how it also helped me to get to where I am, and also to help understand how love and romance can come into your life by using not just the law of attraction with your mindset, but also by using your home. So for me, I had at 15, I was run over by a truck and I had a near-death experience. And when I was on the other side, I was given the message that I was here to impact, positively enlighten people, and that the number that I needed to focus on was 500 million people. Now, I was a teenager, so I had no idea what that meant. And now today, I would start a YouTube channel or a TikTok account. But right now, at that time, I did not know what to do. So I connected with my spiritual teacher that I already had. I was already meditating since I was 7 years old. And I asked him, why did I attract this bad situation in my life? And he said, well, Marie, you have bad feng shui. So he said, your law of attraction of your environment is really affecting you to your mindset, the way you attract good luck. Now, at that time, I was also very lonely. I was bullied at school. I was had no friends and definitely no love interest. And so I started doing some basic things, changing the colors, changing the position, just some basic tips that my teacher gave me. And the first thing that happened from it is that I attracted my first love interest, because what I put around me were different images. So the images that were before on my walls were all images of single women. And so I started changing that, and I was drawing because I did not have the money for posters or anything else. I started drawing images of, me and a young man. And it's just like very basic. I'm not a great drawer. But I started hanging images up from two people. And within a few weeks, I had my first boyfriend. So that was the first time I experienced how my environment was really telling a different story. Because that's what I learned over the years, is that, we always think from the law of attraction that it's all about mindset and the way you think about things. And when I started studying later on with my feng shui grandmaster from Malaysia, he told me something very powerful. He said, there are three aspects to the law of attraction. The first one is what he calls the heavenly luck. It is your destiny. So we come on this planet with talents, with gifts, and if we use them, that will affect, of course, what we're doing in life. Let's say you have a great singing voice, and if you don't use that singing voice, of course, you will not fulfill perhaps that destiny. If you start practicing that singing voice, then perhaps you'll become a singer. So I was gifted in this lifetime, not with the singing voice, but I was gifted as a teacher. I started teaching as a child on already to my dolls. I love teaching. I love explaining things. Yeah. So, but that was my talent, probably. He said the second part is that you have what we call the human luck. And the human luck is what we would call your mindset, the way you behave in life, the actions that you take. He said, of course, that is something we can really change a lot. I mean, your heavenly luck, you cannot really change that. You have your talents. Perhaps you can make some decisions about them, but there's some gifts that you have naturally. But he said your mindset and the way you act things and the way you feel about things, that is actually what most people are using in the law of attraction. In the self-help, in the spiritual world, they will work on having a better mindset, a more grateful experience, a more I'm getting things done, like taking action. So that will shift a lot. But he said, if we only do that, it won't be enough. He said a lot of people will hit a ceiling with that law of attraction because, being positive all the time with your mindset, that's not so easy. Always living gratefully and taking positive actions, it takes a lot of discipline and it's not easy. And so he said, but there's a last part of the law of attraction, and that is actually considered your earth luck. It is your environment. And so where you live, where you sleep, where you work, everything where you are affects you. And he said that's actually that the Chinese, for example, have studied that. The Indian people from India have studied that with Vastu. I'm sure there's also some of that work in Japan. He said, but it's actually about knowing that everything around you is affecting you. Because it's like not just you living in a space, it's like that space connects also with you. So it is an extension of you. And he said, even if you think something positive, it is possible. It is possible that your environment is telling a different story. Like, for example, what I experienced, I was seeing only images of people alone. And then I started putting pictures out. Of me and somebody else, or two friends, or a romantic picture. He said that is where I start thinking differently. I gave myself permission to think differently. He said your home is actually a vision board. Like, in The Secret, John Ashraf talks about, how to attract with a vision board. And a vision board is like on paper, you put all kinds of goals and images that you want to manifest, and you hang it out and you see it. And as you're seeing it, you are redirecting your thoughts. But what my master told me is that everything around you is a vision board. It's like a 3-dimensional vision board. So when you come up into your home, what is the first thing you see? That will affect you. If you go to your bedroom, what is it what you see? It will affect you. It could be the clutter, it can be clothes, it can be images, can be colors. And so in your workspace, the same way, in your living space, it's all affecting you nonstop, 24 hours a day. So that was just something that was so profound for me that I felt like, okay, I want to practice this. Yeah. So I practiced this since I was 15 years old. And I actually became a very successful lawyer because I wanted to change the world. And I thought if I become an international lawyer, perhaps that will help. I could help governments, I could help, organizations. So, because I wanted to reach a lot of people. Now, after doing this for about 6 years, I felt like there's something else. So I made the decision to start teaching people about spirituality, about meditation, about feng shui, about changing their mindset through their home. And as I was also studying with my grandmaster, I started really connecting with a lot of people, and I saw shifts happening, like easy changes, where suddenly people felt like, I feel so much better. Yeah. I want to attract love. Then look at your bedroom. Is there in your bedroom an image that tells you about love? The word love, perhaps in Japanese, I don't know what that means, but is that perhaps somewhere present? Or books about love, or images. If you have a partner, perhaps you can put a picture of you and your partner above your headboard. Perhaps there are some images that just tell the opposite story. Perhaps you have images up from, animals. Even if they're by two, think about what kind of animals are they. If they're like two tigers, you will not attract romance, because tigers in your bedroom, you won't feel safe. But perhaps there are two cats that are loving to each other. That's great. Or two dogs. But something that is, kind and sweet. And also another thing that I've seen over the years is that we're trying to avoid having water images, especially above your headboard where you sleep, like behind you. Because if you have that there, you will start being much more emotional, and you won't attract easily romance or any images of violence, or images that are like showing sadness or anger. You need to get this out of you. Sometimes I see people having the strangest things above their bedroom, above their headboard in their bedroom. I was at somebody's home, and they had images of winter landscape with all mountains covered with snow. Now, guess what happened in their relationship? It started freezing down. And they start having more and more trouble with each other, because as they're going to bed, they see winter, and winter was coming in their marriage. Because whatever you see, your mind accepts as a truth. Because our mind doesn't make a difference between what is real and what is an image. Yeah. So for our mind, it's like really there, but not there once, but every night. Every time you go into your bedroom, every time you come into your living room, it's there, it's present. So that is actually what I start sharing, and I'm going to go deeper into that right away. But I want to tell you the story, how I got in The Secret, and how I use this information also as the story in The Secret. So when I was about 38 years old, I decided to leave my home country, that is actually Belgium. And I left for America. And there I created a vision board. And I put on my vision board a little note that said, I want to be in a movie seen by millions of people that will transform the world. And as I wrote that down there, I also got myself like an Oscar statue, because I thought, like, I'm in America. What is a symbol that I can put in my environment that has to do with movies? So I put the Oscar on it, and I put on it my name, Marie Dinant. And within a few weeks, I started having calls from Los Angeles. I was living in San Francisco at that time, probably not far from Josie. That is the translator today. So it was very interesting, because I started also attracting Oscar-winning clients. And then something else happened. I started attracting people that later on were with me in The Secret. Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, John Gray, Marcy Shimoff. There were a lot of these people that were very successful authors, and I was like just starting in America. But they wanted my advice. They all felt that they were hitting a ceiling, that the secret was not working for them so well anymore. And even if with the right mindset and grateful energy and taking a lot of actions, they felt they couldn't get to the next level. And that is when they asked me to advise them. And I went into their homes and changed things around. And I used the ancient tradition of feng shui, of course, with also understanding the law of attraction. And that is how I was invited to be part of a mastermind group. And in that mastermind group, that is where one day this beautiful woman called Rhonda Byrne was asked to come and film and to do interviews for her new upcoming movie and book, The Secret. So she interviewed me and I told her the story about love, because all the people that were in the movie The Secret talked about money, talked about success. And I said to her, I'm going to talk about love, how to attract romance. And I said to her, I have this story of this young man that wanted to attract love. But every time I looked in his home, he had this image of a woman looking like this, like, I am not interested in you. And she was like covering herself, but she was just like, I don't like this guy. So I asked him to take down these images that he had painted himself. That was even the worst thing. I said to him, how is your love life? And he said, well, Marie, they put me on blind dates, my friends, because I don't attract somebody. And he was a very nice man. I mean, to be honest, if I would have been single, I would have been interested in him, right? But yeah, he was just very shy and loving and kind, but nobody was interested. So I asked him, what do you want? That's the story in The Secret. And he said, like, I want to date several women. I want to kind of experience what it is. And I said, okay, paint yourself with different women, like exactly what I did when I was young. When I was 15, I was kind of drawing myself. I mean, I was not a painter, but just drawing something. And I added somebody and I did hang it out in my bedroom. And so did he. And after 6 months, he said to me, well, Marie, I've dated several women. It's been interesting, but now I want like a really steady romance. I want the woman of my life. I said, paint it. Yeah. So it's exactly what he did. And he found his beautiful woman, and they're married, they have 3 children. We're still in contact with each other after all these years. So I told that story. And I remember Rhonda Byrne from The Secret saying, wow, nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how your home can affect your law of attraction. She said, you'll be definitely in the movie. I said, of course I will be, because it's on my vision board. Yeah. And so when then The Secret came out and I saw myself in the movie before the book came out, she experienced that The Secret was not a success. In the beginning, it was very hard. People were not buying it. So one day she calls me and she said, Marie, I would love your help. I really want to attract the romance. I want to attract that people love my book, because it's not only about love in your romantic life, but also that clients love you, that clients love your work, that clients love your book, clients love what you're doing for the other people. And I said, who do you want to love your movie? Who do you want to love your book? She said, well, I first of all would love to have Oprah Winfrey, who's a very famous talk host in America. And I would love her to love my work, The Secret. I said, let's get a picture of her. And I put a picture of her. We kind of fake it, right? So it's like picture of her and Rhonda together. And then I called other people in The Secret that were my clients, because half of the people in The Secret at that point were my clients. I was helping them. And they said, okay, I said, you need to put that picture up there. And I also said to her, if you want global connection, you need to put a globe up in your office. There's specific places for that because it's based also on your birthday. But I asked everybody to put globes out. And so within a few months, she was asked to speak about her book, The Secret, in the Oprah Winfrey show. And so suddenly the book, the movie starts selling, and it's reached millions of people. That's one of the reasons people call me, as a nickname, the secret behind the secret. Because I was the one, when everything went down, that nothing was working, gave advice to Rhonda Byrne and to the teachers that are in the secret. So I want to tell you this story because each time I shared about how important it was for love, how the law of attraction of love, not just love for yourself, but love to be loved, not just by a partner, but to be loved with your family, to be loved by your clients, to be loved by the world. And so that always has been very important because love is my first value. And I want people to find love in themselves and to places around them and people around them. So for me, that is how I connected in with the secret and helped to make it a worldwide phenomenon. And I know if we did not put that globe out in all our homes, all the teachers, I'm sure I would never have gotten to Japan, yeah, because we literally connected with all of humanity very consciously with the right intention. Now, one of the things is if you really want to know a little bit more deeper about it, you need to also understand that your feng shui, your law of attraction of your environment is also connected with your birthday. So I don't have the app in Japanese. I have it in English. So if you know somebody that can help you with that, you can download for free the Mary Diamond app. And so it's totally for free. And when you click on the Mary Diamond app, you will be able to put in your birthday, your birth gender. And then you will get a number from 1 to 9. And then you will get a compass. And in the compass, you will see there are directions. One will be success direction, relationship, health, and wisdom. Now, today I want to talk about your success direction. So what people do is they hold the compass in the center of their bedroom, living space, or their workspace, or perhaps it's all in one, right? And then they look what is in their success direction. So the success direction is indicated with blue, but you have to hold it flat, like where your heart is. And then you see what's in your success direction. Now, your success direction is about your self-love, right? It's how do you love yourself? So let's say there is a garbage bin there. Yeah. Then each time you throw garbage in it, you're actually saying, I don't love myself. If you have a lot of clutter there, then you're actually saying, I create chaos. I create chaos about my self-love. So what we then put in your success direction is things that you really love to do. Can be books that are about the things you love to do. Could be an image about yourself. It could be, anything that you feel connects in with what you love to do. Now, I love to teach, right? So I have there my books. I have there my image of me speaking for thousands of people. My love is also for humanity. So I have there the globe because I always, every day, connect in with everyone of humanity. I do that consciously. And I don't know where it always leads me, but today it leads me to Japan. Now, yesterday it led me to another country. So I'm always led by the flow of the law of attraction because I have a very clear focus. I focus on what I love to bring to the world. Not so much what I love about myself, what I like to do, what I like to share, what I like to be of service to humanity. And then, of course, I look at my relationship direction. So for everyone, it will be a different compass direction. So these are the 8 compass directions. You see, mine is southwest for success and west for relationship. Now yours can be north and east or west and northwest. I don't know what that is for you. That's why you need to find that out through the app. And so my relationship direction is west. Okay. So in the west, in my office, in my workspace, I place there an image of my team. I place there an image of my clients. Yeah. In my bedroom, I focus on my relationship with my husband. And feng shui does work. I'm 33 years together with my husband. Yeah. So we put there a picture of my husband and I. In my living space, I focus on family, yeah, because that's where we gather. My family, I have 3 children. So I bring pictures there of my husband, me, and my 3 children. We also have 2 dogs. So the dogs are also there. They're kind of small children, right? So, but also I can put friends there. So as you place things, it becomes like acupuncture. Your home is like a 3-dimensional vision board. And by placing certain things, you will add like messages to that vision board. Now, also colors can be really very powerful. So colors about romance are, for the best colors are always pink. Yeah, see my nails, right? So pink is always something, if you want to find romance, place something pink in your bedroom, especially if you're a woman. If you're a man, orange is a very good color. Could be some pillows, could be some candles, like some of that. So your mind opens up to happiness, to love for yourself. Now, going back to the secret is that, now we are literally 16 years later. And I have, with the secret, reached more than 500 million people that have read the book, listened to audios in whatever country, whatever language. The movie has been playing. It's still playing everywhere on mainstreams. And I'm telling you, we have reached more than 500 million people. So I would say, check, I manifested that, right? But the work is continuing. And so I'm so excited to be able to tell you that you can open up the law of attraction to a whole other level by using your home. And so I want you to start looking at your home, opening the door. What do you see? What's the first thing you see? Do you see clutter? Then don't be surprised, your life will be chaos. The first thing you always do is declutter. Yeah, make sure you let go of things you do not longer use. It's not about if you don't have joy for them. It's more about, do you not use them anymore? Yeah, and perhaps you put them in storage, but make sure that everything is clean and organized so your vision board can be working. And then start looking, what is around you, where you sleep, where you work, where you live? What are the images? What are the statues? What are the colors? Is everything like monotone whites, beiges? Then life is not going to be very colorful, right? So start adding some colors to it. So that is the message I want to give you, because it's just a simple technique, but it works very fast. I have seen that with so many students worldwide, is that they did the secret, they followed the law of attraction, but they forgot about their home where they live, sleep, and work. So you're constantly in that vibration. And when they change something, suddenly like magic starts happening. Like, oh, I've been trying to manifest this. Now this is happening. I tried to change this. Nothing happened. I changed something in my home and things start coming in, because changing something in your home is the easiest to change. Literally, changing your desk, hanging something different, painting in a different color. It just opens your energy, and your body and your aura field that is in that bigger space will start changing, because your home is constantly working for you, or it's not, it's blocking. So perhaps you have experienced that you were in one space and things went all really well. And then you moved to another place and things were really not going so well for you. So it is because that the home was working for you, and that new home is probably saying something different. So I would love for you to become aware of it. Yeah, that's the first rule. Declutter something, and then start looking if you want to change some images around you. And then if you want to go further, then download the app. It's unfortunately an English app for the moment, but also there are some changes you can start making, and then start seeing that within a few days to a few weeks things really start manifesting. It's very fast, it's very effortless. So make sure your home is not a vision board that works against you, a vision board that works with you. So this is kind of what I want to share today. So I have a gift for some of you. I have a book called The Energy Number Book that can help you look through your house. And it's in English, but there are some copies that I offer for the summit. And so the Energy Number Book is really going to over all the numbers that you can go for helping you, your partner, your children, to make sure that your space is set up for your feng shui. So that's something I do offer. Of course, you can find out more on marydiamond.com and on my Instagram, Mary Diamond Official, also my Facebook, Mary Diamond Official, and yeah, I would say even the YouTube channel, there's a lot of information. It is in English for the moment, but I hope one day to join you in Japan and then have Japanese translation available. Also, you can already order, there's a new book coming out from Hay House that will be coming out at the end of the year. I think the end of November. It's called Feng Shui Your Life, that again helps you to go through all the steps, both for success, health, relationship, and wisdom, how to set everything up. And I'm very excited also for the people that are perhaps Japanese speaking, but they live in the US. There is a TV series coming out in the platform Peacock, that's from NBC, where I go into people's homes and I share how to change very small ways, you know, the energy. And I just want to tell you that one story of a single woman, and she had no partner anymore. She had 4 children, and she wanted to find new romance. And so I go into her bedroom, and the image above her headboard was an image of New York with all the New York taxis like driving over her. So I asked her to change that and repositioned her bed so she could see better who was coming into her bedroom. And she worked with colors of rose. She put all images of love around her. And she was really waiting for finding somebody. And Valentine was coming up. That's a big celebration on the 14th of February. And she had 3 men asking her out for Valentine. And she had been waiting for at least 5 years to have a new man in her life. And now she's actually engaged to one of them just in a few months. It is so beautiful how things shift easily, because what happens is that when you shift your environment, your mindset will start shifting. You'll feel differently. You'll feel more grateful. You will start taking different actions, and ultimately, perhaps your destiny will change. So this is actually what I'm offering. And of course, download the free Mary Diamond app. It is on iPhone. It's on the Google Play. So it's for all phones available. And then you can start looking with the compass, yeah, where is your best direction? And I just want to go back to it, yeah. So everyone can just start very easily, but start already becoming aware of everything, yeah. And so if you are single right now, you have no love in your life, look out how many images of single men and women are hanging out. Or perhaps nothing is hanging out. Well, nothing will happen either, right? So give the right message to yourself. Remember, when you put things around you, these are messages to your subconscious mind. And so your subconscious mind is getting that information all the time, nonstop, each time you're in your home, each time you come in, each time you go to sleep, each time you wake up, these images are imprinting themselves in your subconscious mind. And so that is what you need to change. Thank you.